That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. Next year, I'm out of it.
After our second fight.
You're out of it?
Yeah.
So I think that was a mistake for him to say that, especially in front of me. So, I'm going to just take advantage of him and show him why he shouldn't have said that or why he shouldn't be contemplating that.
He doesn't really love the sport of boxing. He's very good at it, but he doesn't really love it. And if you just kind of understand it from a job perspective, right? I think we look at it and think, okay, he makes so much money, blah, blah, blah. But just from a job perspective, how many of us understand that we're good at our job, but doesn't mean we like our job?
Davis has shocked the boxing world with his retirement announcement, saying it's my last fight at a live press conference ahead of his showdown against Lamont Roach.
25 is at the next year, I'm out of it.
After our second fight.
You're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm going to win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
All right. I'll go to Lamont Roach Sr. over here. Obviously you have helped with your son becoming a world champion here.
Gervonta Tank Davis has expressed his desire to retire from boxing, stating that he no longer wishes to continue in the sport and has no plans to fight again. This revelation has sent shockwaves through the boxing community as Davis is currently at the peak of his career.
Yo, I tip my cap to Tank Davis. Listen to what he's about to say when asked about his comments earlier, why he wants to retire after 2025. I salute you, Tank, man. This is the realest thing I've heard from a boxer in a long time. Let me know your thoughts, guys.
That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me where so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have two daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble and things like that.
This isn't the first time Davis has mentioned the possibility of an early retirement. In past interviews, he has alluded to plans of stepping away from boxing sooner, rather than later citing various personal reasons, and a desire to pursue other interests outside the ring.
I ain't really trying to be in this too much longer. That's the answer right there for you.
How old are you now? 28?
28.
Yeah. How much longer are you expecting to do it?
Once I get them guys out of there, I'm gone.
Is that right? Let's say like 30-ish, something like that? Why do you want to get out so soon?
I want to just help people that's coming behind me. Feel as though that's more important. Future.
Is that why you got Lamont Peterson and Anthony on this card?
They was before me, but they're trying to do my good deeds. I feel as though it's something that is installed in me. There's loyalty. I feel as though that's something that people are missing out here. I feel as though if you're in a position to help somebody, help them for the right reason.
Upon hearing Davis's retirement announcement, Lamont Roach responded by stating that it was a mistake for Davis to reveal such plans before their fight. Roach believes that this disclosure gives him a psychological advantage, and he intends to capitalize on it during their upcoming bout.
Get right here, so it's about time.
Lamont, when Tank says that he's going to retire at the end of next year, do you think he has one foot out the door?
Yeah, for sure. I think that was a mistake for him to say that, especially in front of me. So, I'm going to just take advantage of him and show him why he shouldn't have said that or why he shouldn't be contemplating that.
When he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes through your mind when you hear him say that?
I ain't worried about that shit.
What advantage do you feel like you have going into this fight?
Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubts himself.
What has he underestimated about you?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't think he underestimates me. I think he know that I'm a good fighter. He'll tell y'all. I think he's going to train his ass up, and hopefully we get the best version of him.
Hey, did you take this fight as soon as it was offered?
No. But, yeah, no.
Tank told me you had sneaky power, I'm assuming from the amateurs and when you guys sparred.
And from what he saw with them going down.
What was that?
And from what he can see for them going down when I hit them.
The fight between Davis and Roach was initially scheduled for December 2024, but faced delays and has now been rescheduled for March 1st, 2025, which is expected to be Davis's final fight before his planned retirement.
Beat his ass for y'all talk. For real. Man, be quiet.
I don't give a f if y'all was quiet, if y'all was loud.
We got the whole hood over there.
Like, twist it up. I don't give a f about none of that.
Do whatever y'all want. My mother, he can't stop nothing over here.
None of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna f him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's gonna get f***ed up over here. What do I look like getting f***ed up?
Okay.
That shit ain't never gonna stop nothing over here.
And he gonna pay for it. I guarantee he pay for it. I guarantee.
Calm down. Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight.
They probably gonna get you fucked up. Look, fool. Hey, fool. This me and you, fool. This me and you, fool.
Tank.
This me and you, fool.
Yeah.
Don't worry about them. They might get you. They gonna trick you off your spot. They gonna trick you off your spot, fool. Don't worry about them.
Come on, stop. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know how I'm coming. Y'all know how I'm coming. So stop it. Y'all gonna make it hard for him. That's what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna make it hard for him.
That's what y'all going to do. Y'all going to make it hard for him, despite considering Davis, a friend Roach, has expressed that he is comfortable stepping into the ring with him. He acknowledges that both fighters stand to gain financially from the match and views it as a mutually beneficial opportunity.
Would you consider you and Gervonta friends?
Friends, probably.
Is it going to be hard to go in the ring and fight your friend?
Not at all.
Are you all going to be friends after?
Yeah, why not?
Either way it goes.
Both making money. Yeah.
But you guys are making each other bleed.
Hopefully I just make him bleed.
Oh, true. Okay.
OK Connor Ben has criticized Davis's decision to retire without facing top contenders like Shakur Stevenson. He argues that by choosing to fight someone like Lamont Roach instead, Davis is missing the opportunity to solidify his legacy against more formidable opponents. I don't know Lamont Roach.
Lamont Roach, but, you know, when you're looking at Shakur Stevenson, when you're looking at, you know, these other fighters that he should really be fighting, you know, he don't want to do them fights. He wants to retire.
Yeah.
So don't come and but don't come and come at me and go, oh yeah, let's give it all, you know, very big bollocks, and go, oh yeah, let's give him some stick, and then make out like we want the fight, and then we send an offer over, and then you fight for 15 million, and yet you fight Lamont Roach. Don't do all that. Do you know what I mean?
It was a real offer. That was true then.
It was a real offer. We offered. I said, listen, you keep talking shit. My promoter's going to get back to you in 48 hours. 50 minutes. Initial offer sent over. You know, but was it Unquell didn't let him out to play? His boss didn't let him out. That's it. So he wants to talk about, 50 million. First offer.
There was room to negotiate.
Of course there was. But he's an idiot. I don't even know if he knows what negotiating means.
But you know, when you're looking at Shakur Stevenson, when you're looking at, these other fighters, that he should really be fighting, he don't want to do them fights. He wants to. Retire, so don't come, and but don't come at me, and go, let's give it all, very big bollocks. And go, let's give him some stick, and then make out like we want to fight. And then we send an offer over, and then you have for 15 million. And you fight Lamont Roach, don't do all that. Do you know what I mean? It was a real offer that was true, then it was a real offer we offered. I said, listen, you keep talking, __ my promoter is going to get back to you, and in 48 hours, 50 minutes initial offer sent over, But was it and didn't let him out to play? His boss didn't let him out, that's it. So he wants to talk about, 50 million first, offer first, offer there was room to negotiate. Of course, he's an idiot. I don't even know if he knows what negotiating means. Shakur Stevenson has expressed support for Davis's choice to retire, stating that Davis has accomplished a great deal in his career, he believes. That if Davis feels it's time to step away, he should do so without hesitation. I mean, if you want to retire with the career that he got, then go ahead. And do whatever you got to do. So I disagree with it. I think it's soft, but that's on home. Do you still think that fight's possible? I know he might have a break after that fight with Lamont Roach. But do you feel like you guys could fight 2025 or 2026? I ain't going to. I ain't in chasing people around. I mean, if he's willing to fight, I'm ready to fight, and I think it should happen, but I ain't going to lie, I can't sit there and chase you and then you. No, he could try to make it seem as though I need him, and I don't need him, so rapper 50 Cent has also voiced his opinion that it's not the right time for Davis to retire. He suggests that Davis still has much to achieve in the sport and should reconsider his decision to leave boxing at this stage. But they still commit to someone, because they want someone to be with them when they're on the lowest points. You still watch boxing, yeah, who your favorite? Fighter right now, I'm working with, but man, I'm rocking with, but what about Tank? Tank has a fight coming up. Tank announced today, actually, that he's retiring. You believe that? No, yeah, it's not time to retire. Right. I think Tank he's a killer for the group of the fighters, of the lit fighters that came. He's tough as nail. He was arguing with Shakur today, or yesterday, right? Was he, what are you saying? He was saying, I'm Devin. Haney has expressed doubt regarding Davis's retirement plan, stating that he doesn't believe Davis will retire with so much unfinished business. In the boxing world, Haney implies that there are still significant fights and challenges ahead. For Davis' reaction to Tank retiring, he's retiring. He said he's not retiring. That's a lot of big chew to be made out there. And Tank knows that I don't think he's going to retire, with a lot of unfinished business. What do you make of the Tank versus Roach fight? Do you think it's a fight that Tank should have at this fight, a point of his career? No comment. What do you make of a Tank? I'm him roll like we've been cool since we was in the amateurs. So happy that he got the opportunity.
So, Gervonta Davis makes a lot of money, right? He's been making a lot of money because he's been doing big fights and big pay-per-views. But probably what happens is he's on some kind of minimum, but on a lot of upside. And because the shows have been doing very well, he's been making a lot of money. So then he fights Lamont Roach, which, although it's not a bad fight, is going to bomb at the pay-per-view, at the box office, everywhere, right? In terms of what he's been doing. So he turns around and he says to PBC, right, how much am I getting for this fight? And they go, well, obviously, we'll have to see how it does, at the gate and on the pay-per-view. And he goes, well, I'm not fighting if I'm not getting X, because Eddie Hearn offered me 15 million to fight Conor Benn with upside. So you better be paying me more than that to fight this guy who's actually a good fighter as well. And they go, well, we can't pay you that kind of money. And he goes, well, I ain't fighting then.
And that's all I can say. And what about Tank Shakur if that fight happens in the future? Who do you see winning? It's a good fight for boxing. I think that we should all be fighting each other. That's what boxing is. About the best fighting the best. Promoter Eddie Hearn has expressed doubt about Gervonta Davis's sincerity regarding his retirement, especially since he has not faced elite contenders. Like Shakur, Steve Hearn argues that the boxing world has been eagerly awaiting a Davis versus Stevenson showdown, a fight that could define both fighters' legacies. By retiring without taking on Stevenson, Davis leaves fans and analysts questioning his true standing among the greats. Many believe that skipping this bout suggests unfinished business, and Hearn insists that for Davis to retire without answering these challenges raises doubts about how seriously he considers his place in boxing history. So, Gervonta Davis makes a lot of money, right? He's been making a lot of money because he's been doing big fights and big pay-per-views. But probably what happens is he's on some kind of minimum, but on a lot of upside. And because the shows have been doing very well, he's been making a lot of money. So then he fights Lamont Roach, which, although it's not a bad fight, is going to bomb at the pay-per-view, at the box office, everywhere, right in terms of what he's been doing. So he turns around and he says to PBC, well, how much am I getting for this fight? And they go, well, obviously, we'll have to see how it does, at the gate and on the pay-per-view. And he goes, well, I'm not fighting if I'm not getting X, because Eddie Hearn offered me $15 million to fight Conor Benn with upside. So you better be paying me more than that. The fight guy is actually a good fighter as well. And they go, well, we can't pay that kind of money. And he goes, well, ain't fighting at the boxing world has long anticipated a showdown between John Davis and Shakur Stevenson, a fight that many believe would define both of their careers. However, Davis's decision to retire without facing Stevenson has left fans and analysts deeply disappointed. Experts argue that this matchup could have cemented Davis's legacy, proving his dominance in the lightweight division. Many believe Stevenson is one of the few fighters who could truly test Davis's skills. With Davis walking away from the sport, the missed opportunity leaves fans wondering what could have been, as the most wanted fight will now remain just speculation, because Shakur Stevenson is that difficult because of his Style because of his abilities, because of his eyes, because of his his legs and his hands, speed, the way that he controls range. Tank Davis is the only guy that I can see that could possibly decipher that style and beat, because Stevenson, many boxing professionals believe that Davis views boxing primarily as a job and a way to make money rather than a true passion. This perspective, according to experts, is a major reason behind his decision to retire early, as he lacks the deep love for the sport that could drive him to continue. Kind of made sense to me. I just feel, though, that he doesn't really love the sport of boxing. He's very good at it, but he doesn't really love it, And if you just kind of understand it from a job perspective, like, I think we look at it and think, okay, he makes so much money, blah, blah, blah. But just from a job perspective, how many of us understand that we're good at our job, but doesn't mean we like our job? Some people just don't like it. And I feel like that's the same with Gervonta. He knows he's good at it, but the love for it is gone. He's been doing it since he was, 6 or 7, and maybe he just doesn't want to do it anymore. And it is disappointing, because he's clearly one of the biggest names in the sport, must be top 3 or top 4 when it comes to sort of revenue and bums on seats and pay-per-view draw, etc., etc. So it is disappointing when one of the biggest names leaves the sport, especially if they leave it when they've still got so much to offer. There's so many big fights out there that we like to see Gervonta have. And I'm not talking about the March 1st fight against Lamont Roach. I mean Shakur Stevenson, potentially big fights at 140. But I don't know, it's a strange one with Tank. He's deleted all his Instagram posts. He just seems to be in a space where maybe he does need to take some time away from the sport again. Yesterday, it was very weird to see him turn up to a press conference by himself.
Tank Davis has been waiting his turn. Waiting his turn for what? Waiting his turn to fulfill his destiny. To Gervonta Tank Davis, he feels he can whoop everybody's ass. He's always felt that way. See, there are fighters. Shakur Stevenson is one of them. Devin Haney is one of them. Ryan Garcia is one of them. There are fighters who feel that they're better than everybody, bro. Muhammad Ali was damn sure that. He felt he was better than everybody. Everybody. George Foreman felt nobody could mess with him. Mike Tyson thought he was the best fighter God ever created. Do you understand how frustrating it must be to feel that you possess all these tools and skills and greatness, and you sit in the bench? That's why he's given up. That's why he's saying boxing is trash. We're gonna go through the receipts, but that's why he's falling apart. He looks up, he's waiting his turn, he looks up, and he's 30. He's waiting his turn, he looks up, and he's 30. And all his little bros that looked up to him are surpassing him. Do you understand how frustrated he must be? Now he got to fight Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach? Tank looking at Lamont Roach. He can't even get up for Lamont Roach. Pause. He can't even get it. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him in a press conference yesterday. Bob and Wing. Bob and Wing.